In the previous tutorial, we talked about achieving cohesion in terms of using theme and rhyme strategy. And now in this tutorial, we're going to talk about nominalization in achieving cohesion. Remember in the previous lesson, we just do a little review about the previous lesson. We provide this paragraph as an example. Now we're going to highlight all the themes, the slowing down, the bending lines, and refraction. And also we need to underline all the rhymes. Travel more slowly makes it change direction and cause refraction. As we mentioned in the previous lesson, theme and rhyme, especially theme of the second sentence and rhyme of the previous sentence, usually share some similar information, and through this sharing, the skillful writers achieve their cohesion rather than just using some conjunction words. Okay, let's see whether this is true. He travels more slowly, the rhyme of the previous sentence, and the slowing down is the theme of the second sentence. And basically, they mean a similar thing. So we use a little arrow to connect them. And also mixed change direction means a similar thing to bending light. And called refraction and a refraction 3 sentences later actually share the exactly same word. Okay, we use a little arrow. And so basically, theme and rhyme kind of do a little bit repetition, and based on this repetition, we develop our paragraph and discourse. Now today we're going to talk about nominalization, like how we put the information appeared in the rhyme of the previous sentence into the theme of the next sentence. Okay? Now we'll look at the definition of the nominalization first. Nominalization is defined as the process of turning verbs and adjectives into nouns. The usage. The functions of nominalization is identified as maintaining cohesion and cause and effect sequence. There are basically two types of nominalization. First, we create a noun with derivational suffix. Like we can create a noun from adjective, like applicable. We can change that to application. And also we can get a noun from a verb like fail to failure. And for some verb, it doesn't have a noun form, as a separate word. Like swim, we just put ing after that, so we get swimming from swim. And the second type of nominalization uses the same word as a noun without any additional morphology. Like in the first sentence, the murder of the man was tragic. Here, murder is a noun. And also in the sentence B, he will murder the man. Murder here definitely is a verb. So we can use it interchangeably as a noun or as a verb. Okay, as in the theme, and the theme of the second sentence is really, based on our strategy, is usually share some similar information with the rhyme. And the rhyme is usually a verb form, but the theme is usually noun form. So we need to think about how to change the verb to the noun. That's basically what nominalization is doing. Okay, let's look at the two sentences. In the same way, submarine tanks take in water to go down and replace it with air to rise up again. So go down and replace it. It is the rhyme of the sentence. I put it in italic shape. And also, based on our rule, based on our theme and rhyme strategy, if we would like to achieve cohesion, we need to put this information, go down, replace it, put this information as the theme of the next sentence, okay? So we need to change that to a noun, okay? Think about what noun form that we can get based on the two disciplines. Like we can just use a noun form of the verb, or we can use ing plus verb. Let's see how about the going down, replacing. Let's see how the writer did this. He put, the kind of diving and resurfacing is possible because water is heavier than air. So diving, the same thing with go down, and resurfacing is basically replaces with air to rise up again. Alright, now we look at another sentence. A magnet also loses power if it's hammered to drop down to the floor. Okay? Hammered to drop down to the floor. It's the theme of the sentence, and the rhyme of the sentence, sorry. And the theme of the next sentence is putting blank, and I would like you guys to write down a noun form of is hammered to drop down to the floor. How about, seems like we don't have a noun for hammer and we don't have exactly a noun for drop. Maybe we just put an ing after that. See the hammering and dropping. See how the writer did this. We get it. As hammering of the dropping, again, disarranges domains and the mechanism is destroyed. Okay, so basically we will look at what we have in the previous lesson, especially the rhyme part, and we're gonna change that to noun and put it at the very beginning, at the theme of the next sentence. So that's basically our strategy, and that's also the process of nominalization. Okay, so based on our tutorials on theme and rhyme and also nominalization, I hope you guys will understand how the skillful writers achieve cohesion besides using conjunction words. Okay, it does not mean like we do not need conjunction words anymore, but you can use these strategies interchangeably as we kind of ignore the strategy of theme and rhyme and nominalization. I would like you guys to deliberately use these two strategies in your future writing. And thank you very much for listening, and good luck to your writing.